Hello. I'm gonna put it this way. It's funny. Hopefully it doesn't knock it over. Better? Not really, huh? I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Sorry, Ro, if you're watching. I would say I usually have it together, but I usually don't, so I'm not going to say I do because it's not true. This is kind of always how I do it. Adjust, 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 adjust. Until it's right. Where is that? There's something right here. Oh no. Hi, Sejal or Sehal. Please let me know how to say that correctly. Andisha. Yeah, so you guys are the first 2 people, which means you get a free reading. Can you guys hear me okay? Because the first 3 people get a free reading for all of my lives. So if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that now. And also turn on notifications, because that way next time I go live you will be notified, and then once you click into the live, when it notifies you, all you have to do is type in the chat like you're doing now, and if you're one of the first 3 people here, then you will get a free reading, and that's every single time I go live. So that's why you should turn on notifications. So for you two, why don't you post a question into the chat and I'll go ahead and answer it for you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Will I reconcile with Siraj? Okay, let's see. So I'm going to use this deck here first. It is Heavenly Bodies, but it's an astrology deck, but it is very cool. Like, you'll like it. The messages on there are very informative. Like there's a lot of detail within just a few words. It's really cool. I really like it. So that's what I'm going to use for right now. It's pretty early in the morning for me, but I know for you guys it's like 5 in the afternoon. Or like 6 now probably, huh? What time is it for you guys? Got some cat hair problems. Okay. Okay, will you reconcile? It says, feel restricted, experience struggle, and learn hard work and patience. Saturn. This person came into your life was probably, it could have been a karmic relationship where you learned a lot from the connection in general. You know, like there were a lot of life lessons just within that connection. And so now you probably are really going through it because, you know, experience struggle, feel restricted, maybe you feel stuck, like you can't really get over the person. Your self-esteem can be restricted, like you just feel like you're not you anymore. What else do we need to know about the reconciliation, if there is one? Between Sejal and Suraj. Nurture, comfort, and protection. So in this connection, there was probably a lot of genuine care and concern. Like, I wouldn't say that that's gone. It's just, I mean, there could be themes of family as well, having to be taken care of, or being very important in the, you know, connection in general. For some reason, family could be getting in the way, or maybe causing problems, or maybe it's, you know, between you guys wanting to have a family, or somebody wanting you to, and oops, it wasn't going to work for some reason. There's something that wasn't able to happen, and I feel like family has something to do with it, because Saturn in Cancer is going to be connected to your roots, your family, and your home, you know, something about the home or the family, or your ancestry, or about your history, about the past. With Cancer there's lessons learned from the past. Somebody couldn't let something go from the past. Someone learned something from the past. A lot of hard lessons here. Okay, fixed and mutable. I wouldn't be surprised if your guys' signs are either mutable. It would be Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and fixed it would be Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. It's showing both of these modalities, polarities. I'm blanking right now. But stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability was fixed. Somebody could have been very stubborn, or it was a long-term relationship, or it was something where, like, somebody's values kind of got in the way of, you know, being able to forgive, or being able to, like, push past something because somebody was very, like, set in their ways. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. So one person is like, I can totally forgive and forget, like, let's just move on. And the other person's like, no, I can't. So it was this conflict here, this kind of back and forth, this kind of clash, you know? Like somebody was able to give everything up to forgive, and the other person was not. The North Node. Destined to have. Destined to have. Okay, so destined to have change, for sure. Let's see if they will reconcile. One last card here. Oh, for the reconciliation, if that's possible. We see the situation that kind of went on here, you know, and how it looks, like how it feels, and how I'm seeing it through the cards, but there could have been other elements, of course, that were important that aren't here, and certain things that maybe you'd say in a different way or something, but the main message is here. And so let's see about the future and if there's any reconciliation between you, if there's any meeting of the minds and heart. Is there any forgiveness? Is there... Oh, okay, we have a few things. Oh, that's too many. That's too many, I'm sorry. There's like 5. Any reconciliation here? Any reconciliation here, please? For Sajal and Siraj. Oh. Mars. Move forward and defend self. Okay. Move forward and defend self. See that? So that's in regards to the future between you. I think that it's not over yet in regards to you guys being in each other's lives and having an impact on each other and speaking to one another or about one another. Mars, though, ooh, it's not the most loving sign. I mean, it's the planet of war, you know, it's representing, you know, move forward and defend self. So I feel like, you know, what happens is there could be arguments, fighting, or there's literally just tension, or there's somebody trying to get back at someone, or there's just like a war, basically. There's not good energy between you. It's kind of like a competition. Who can hurt who more, or maybe just who can get back at who can show who, like I'll ruin your life, or, I mean, that's more like Pluto, but it's just angry, it could be violent. I mean, it's just something that is not really a positive thing, you know. Move forward and defend self. So first of all, move forward, like move on, and don't shy away from anything like where you would need to defend yourself, your name, your reputation, just yourself in general, whatever that means for the situation. So I feel like you guys aren't going to have enough of each other yet, but the thing is, it's not going to really be a good thing for either of you. It's really just serving to fuel the anger or the resentment or whatever it is between you that is unresolved. So I wouldn't say that it's a loving thing or romantic. Seems like there's still some fight left and there's some competition between you. That's the energy I'm feeling for that. Okay? So, Disha, may I know the feelings and next actions of Pisces toward me, please? I'm in no contact. Okay. Hi. So, Disha, may I know the feelings and next actions of Pisces toward me, please? In no contact. Disha wants to know about this Pisces person. It's Pisces season, y'all. Pisces wants to know their feelings and next actions toward her. If we can see that, please. What do you have to tell me about any actions taken on the side of the Pisces person toward Disha? Disha. It says, okay, nurture, comfort, and protection. Good. So there's good energy, nurturing. I would say if it's not somebody who's interested in you, at least they're kind of like playing the King of Cups, which is, you know, caring at a distance. Somebody who really does care. They may not be in your life, or they may be distant from you, living, you know, far away, or just not very, you know, touchy-feely, lovey-dovey close to you. Like you said, in no contact too, so maybe that's what we're talking about. Like he still cares or something, like deep down, but just can't be there or something. I mean, with Cancer, that's just what, you know, I think King of Cups, like at a distance, caring, you know, not really seen or felt, but known. South Node, destined to release. Destined to release. Okay. Destined to release your care toward him. Even though some shit went down, or there was some negativity, or there was something that was toxic for you. Maybe him as well, but toxic for you, to where it's like you shouldn't give your energy to them anymore. You shouldn't be so open to caring for them no matter what. I mean, it's like you have to care for yourself too. But, opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. This could be a power struggle within yourself too. Like two sides of yourself, like you know better. You know, the issue I was talking about there. I'm just trying to feel out everything that I'm seeing from this, but it's like, I'm going to answer your question. It's just, there's just so many things to say about each of these cards. You know, the things that they're saying on them. It's like I'm seeing a bunch of different things play out. But in regards to will he, I mean, what are his next actions? It doesn't seem like there are any as of yet. I mean, destined to release. You both see it's not really a thing that is for the best of either of you. You know, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. If anything, it's House 8, transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. Transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies, House 8. So if anything, you guys, it could have been a karmic relationship too, you know, where you guys learned a lot from the connection. Like life lessons that you can't really, like, you know, it's like you learned and now you know, and it's like, that's a big deal. It's, you know, it transformed you in some way, and you're destined to release your care for them. Not that you can't care, but just don't waste your energy on it anymore. And I think that they're supposed to do the same thing, honestly. Like, don't waste time. If the person won't contact you, then, you know, don't waste your time and energy there. And opposition, it's tension, it's imbalance, you know, there's a power struggle. It's a battle of the ego, you know, it's not really a conscious thing you guys are doing here. It's, you know, playing out some kind of ego battle here that's not important, you know. And yet, you know, the House 8 is transformations, karma, facing fears, and legacies. So, like I said, it could be karmic. Sextile. A combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. So, in regards to that, I feel like this is obviously talking about what karma it provide, or what karma it ended, what karma it created. That's kind of a good thing, because, you know, to get after House 8, because at least we know that it was for the best. You know, it's like at least we know that whatever it is, the karma, it was, you know, a rewarding situation with potential. And at one time I'm sure it did have potential, but what the potential was for it to play out in this way. A combination of tension and flow. Good times, bad times. Like I said, you know, it's like this may have been a toxic situation, but it was for a reason, and there were good things that came out of it. It's just the good things aren't really about you being with the other person. The good things are more about like what that person in the connection leaves you with when, you know, it's over. When you walk away and you're on your own, it's you know, whatever you're left with there, and the lessons you learned, and the strengths that you now have, the things that you now know, that's the reward. House 12, spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. You may find that, you know, if you're doing charity work or just sacrificial service, like anything you can really think of, you know, meditation, transcendence, like spirituality, meditation, you know, karma, like just trying to get in touch with something that isn't, not something, but like your inner self, you know, healing through that. And healing, or sacrificial service can also be helpful for that, because you'd feel better about yourself. It's interesting that Pisces is the one you're asking about, because that probably pertains to them too, because that's Pisces is house 12, or house 12 is Pisces, the Pisces house. And also, you know, we're talking about transcendence, that's Pisces energy, sacrificial service as well as Virgo too would be service. But sacrificial is more Pisces, you know, like very kind of extreme in a way, you know. But that's the good side, you know. There are bad sides, darker sides to it, but that's, you know, it would be best, I think, if you both would take that advice of just trying to get in touch with yourself more. House 9, spiritual growth, see? Spiritual growth, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Spiritual growth. So that's basically what you got from this connection. And like I said, I thought it was karmic, and karma's come out in a few of these cards, and also just the themes that it's bringing forth, I feel like definitely are, you know, something that you are taking from the situation now, and it's karma, you know, it's something that you, well, it's a lesson too, and it's something that you've created now, and it's a different cycle. It happened for a reason, and it's something that you're going to take with you. And I'm sure it ended some of the karma that you were carrying as well. So as for his next actions, I don't really see there being any. I mean, I can't help but shake that I don't see. None of these cards really represent to me something that's going to change about him toward you. It's more like this is all happening just, I mean, it's in the way that it's happening, it's meant to happen that way, is how I'm seeing it. Like, this is what it's supposed to be, and that's a good thing. Even if it doesn't feel good now, it really is a good thing for the long term, for the long run for you and this person, you know, just, it was meant to be that way, you know. House 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. So it's going to get you, maybe afterwards, after all the fog blows over, it's going to help you to create your foundation that you've been wanting to create, that you can't focus on or can't get stabilized in some way. Maybe your health is kind of awry, or your daily life, you just feel like you don't have any foundation or any kind of organization or any kind of like routine, and that's going to help you with that. It's like after the whole situation, like I said, karmic, you know, learn life lessons from it. Can't go back to be the same person you were after this. So that's the positive, and if you can just learn to try to embrace it and everything that it came with, you know, everything that it gave you, because it really did give you a lot, but you just maybe don't see that right now. But, you know, when we go through hard things, it really does give us a lot, because we understand things differently now, and that's, you know, we're evolving, we're growing. Ambition, realism, and methodical steps. Yeah, see? So it's like now, it's almost like you're centered. Like if you can, I feel like since this came first, house 12, we're talking about meditation, you know, transcending, sacrificial service, healing, like the healing aspect and transcendence, you know, and getting in touch with yourself and your spiritual side needs to happen first for anything to get to this point, because it's not just like, oh, one day I'm gonna be like functioning and, you know, I'm gonna have my shit together. It's like, no, you have to go through a few things first. You have to get in touch with yourself and get centered and heal, you know, basically. But after the fact, it's looking like spiritual growth, establishing a foundation, you know, ambition, methodical steps, realism. I mean, these are things that you're now able to build because of this weight lifted, or these things you learned about yourself, and after the healing and the spiritual growth, it's a lot more that you've learned about yourself and what you'd like to do and how you'd like to go about doing it. You can center, you can focus yourself. So I don't see any actions from him. I feel like this is it as of right now, and that's a good thing. So just focus on you and your healing, and moving forward and eventually being able to build the foundation you've always wanted to build that you weren't so sure about how to do anymore, or maybe never were. It was kind of lost a bit, but now you can come back to it. Tinu. So Tinu is the, hi Jaded Kate. Tinu is the third person that's here. So you will get a free reading as well. And then after that we'll do donations. Here, let me post because it's different than normal, than I normally do it. Hi you guys, hi Sarah, hi Carlos. Tinu wants to know, does NN love me? That will be the last free one. So let's do that, okay? And if you guys want to get in on this free reading stuff I'm talking about, all you have to do is subscribe first of all, and after you hit subscribe, that big red button down there, there's a bell icon. It's a little icon like bell, it looks like, and you just press it and it will give you 3 different options. And if you select all, then you'll be notified every single time that I go live, right the second I go live, And the reason that's important is because when you see that notification, you click into the live stream, you start typing in the chat like you're doing now, and if you're one of the first 3 people there, then you will get a free reading, and that's how the free readings work, okay? For the channel, for this channel. Okay, so let's see. Tinu, does NN... What did you say? NN, love you or still love you? Love you. Okay, well I don't do yes or no questions like that, but we're gonna look at the feelings, yeah, for you, like what the energy is there. Okay, first of all. Okay, that's too many. Does NN feel for Tinu? What is the energy between them? Mercury. Think, learn, network, and communicate. You guys could have met through friends or through networking, like social media, or maybe work, or there was like, you know, there was communicating and exchanging of ideas and learning, and you know, you guys had to speak to each other. Or maybe you just started speaking to each other and the connection was very mental. Like you guys clicked on a level of, you know, your mental connection, your intellect, and different ideas you had, you know, but personal communication, I don't know about that yet. But for now, we see that there was definitely a mental connection. You guys enjoyed talking to each other about different topics that weren't necessarily romantic. Gemini, that is ruled by Mercury. Curiosity, intellect, and networking. Right. So there's a lot of, you guys probably are both, you know, intellectual. Nurture, comfort, and protection with Cancer. So there was this nurturing side to it. House 10. Structure, discipline, life lesson, accomplishments, and career. So you, like I said, you guys could have met doing something for work, or there was like an event where you guys had to kind of talk or exchange ideas, network. There was a lot of curiosity between you. There was a lot of, you know, wanting to get to know each other. And then there's that nurturing, comfort, and protection too. And then I feel like you guys could actually maybe be longer term with the 10th house here. Like it was at one point at least something that wanted to be serious, or something that wanted to be long term, or something that seemed like it was going to stand the test of time. It may still feel like that. Maybe that's why you're asking. I would say that you guys have a strong mental connection. I don't see anything negative here. And then there's that nurturing care and support. I don't know if that's one-sided or if it's both ways, but that's definitely a recipe for a beautiful connection there. So, Venus, give and receive love, find value, see beauty. Well, Venus is the planet of, you know, our love and attraction. So I would say that, yeah, there's definitely love here and something that feels right in regards to being together and being romantic with each other, being in a relationship. That's Venus there coming out and saying, yes, it's love, or it's, you know, wanting to be some kind of romance here, if it isn't yet. But I feel like all of these things are really good things to have in connection with the person you're with, trying to have a long-term relationship, because there's no clash, you know, there's nothing here that shows that there is tension or clash, which of course isn't probably the case. There's tensions and clash somewhere, but it's just not showing up in regards to the energy between you guys as of right now. So that's good for you, you know, I'm sure you like to hear that. But I think at first you guys started as friends. You started with some kind of mental stimulation, some connection that was more, you know, head over heart, and then it became something nurturing, and then something that was like life mission, you know, like structure, discipline. I mean, it wasn't accomplishments in career, you know, could have been work related. It wasn't short term. It's not short term. It's something that seems stronger and deeper than that. Okay. He cheated. Okay. Let's see then. It's funny, because I don't see anything like that here. He cheated. That's interesting. Give and receive love. Find value, see beauty. House 7, profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. I think you guys will get back together if you're not still together. This seems like this is between you. And Venus and the 7th house, those are both, you know, the first house is all about self, you know, how you represent, or what your representation of yourself is to others, to the outside world. It's not necessarily your inner self, but it's your outer self. It's yourself, though. Your physical appearance, you know, the way you approach things, and your general, you know, overall disposition, I guess you could say, along with the sun sign, of course. But the 7th house is the opposite of the first house, and the 7th house represents others. Partnerships, relationships, friendships, work partnership, you know, it's not just love, it's every partnership, any kind of ship, you know, with another person, it's others, you know. First house is the self, the 7th house is others. And Venus is all about love, so we're coming out here with 7th house and Venus, which is why I feel like it's going to come back around, and it's meant to be in some way, or, yeah, because I don't see anything negative here, and I'm surprised about what you had added there, because I don't see anything like that at all, which leads me to think that it's possible that you guys will be able to kind of get back together at some point, because it just seems like that's what's between you, and that's it, you know. There's nothing. Oh wow. Yin, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Wow. Yeah, yin. Okay. And then Chiron. This is making more sense now. Chiron is hurt and heal. Hurt and heal. So it's possible you guys could be able to heal each other through each other. You know, heal each other in this situation, this hurt, through each other, and being back together, and making that work. That's nice. I think that, I don't, you know, every circumstance is, you know, we all have free will, so circumstances can, you know, get in the way of things, or there's things that happen that we don't have control over. So even if you want this to be the case, even if I want it to be the case, even if the cards show that it's likely to be the case, it's not set in stone. You know, it's not saying you guys will be together, it's just saying between you there is good energy, you know, and there's the ability to hurt and heal. So if you can take your hurt and heal each other with it, like together, then that would be probably the best representation of that. You know, that's what I'm thinking for this. Okay. If you guys are just rolling in, check out the description or the pinned message in the chat. The pinned message here at the top, that explains everything. Okay, we just finished off the last free one, and now Jaded Kate donated. Okay, thank you, Jaded Kate. Rupert's thoughts and feelings about me, and is he thinking about taking action? Let's see. Rupert's thoughts and feelings about me, and is he thinking about taking action? Rupert's Gemini, curiosity, intellect, networking. Curiosity, intellect, networking. He could feel like you have good resources, or you're a person who is like social in such a way that he can you know, communicate with others through you, or there was a lot of people he met through you, a lot of good conversations he had with people he met through you, or he's just that type of, he could be a Gemini. I mean, it's the energy of like he sees you as this, you know, a person that is smart, I would say. With Gemini, it's curiosity, intellect, and networking. You know, sees you as really mentally strong, like versatile, you know, able to kind of, you know, a lot of things. You know a little about a lot of things. So I guess you could say he respects your intellect. Independence, bravery, and passion. There is a respect here. That's Aries. There is a respect here that, and Chiron, hurt and heal. Hurt and heal, Chiron. So I would say it's a mental energy, and it's also a passionate energy, but it's looking at you as a very strong person. Maybe has gone through many things, but is still strong and is smart and does well with what you know, you use your abilities wisely. I mean, he sees you smart and strong, independent, not needing anybody, passion towards you, so there's attraction, but it's, you know, a respect, I feel like. Even if he's not interested in being with you, I think he respects the character that you do have, even if you don't see it that way. It's kind of, you know, this is the energies between you, or what he's, you know, embodying his feelings for you. So I feel like there's definitely a respect there for the different traits here that you have, or that he sees you as. What are his next actions, if we can see that? What is the energy embodying his next actions, please? Toward Jaded Kate, if any. What do you need to know about his actions toward Jaded Kate, if any? Any next actions toward Jaded Kate? What is the energy embodying those actions, please? Fire. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. So, yeah, I like that. It's going to be something bold, exciting, possibly, something that's done with a lot of, you know, just balls, like somebody who just kind of comes and says what they want to say and gets what they want to get, and it's, you know, they know that they're going to get it, and they're just confident about it, and it's like fun, exciting, adventurous, a little risky, maybe dangerous a bit. Not necessarily, but it's a good time, you know. It's fire, passion. So yeah, is okay. Trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Nice. That's positive. Any next actions toward her? Rupert, Jaded Kate. What is the energy embodying the next actions he would take toward her, if any? Any actions he would take toward her? Or Rupert's next actions toward Jaded. Oh, that's too many, I'm sorry. What are Rupert's next actions toward Jaded Kate, please? Energy embodying those actions. What is his next actions toward Jaded Kate, please? air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. So it's time to take a little risk. It's time to learn something from each other. It's time to, I feel like it's an adventure where you guys are able to learn a lot about each other and be very open-minded to the situation or to each other's, status, like whatever that is. It's kind of like nothing ever happened, like that was so serious, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, nothing happened that was so serious in the way where now it would have to ruin any kind of friendship you have or any kind of good time you can spend together or things you can learn from each other. Air is, well, it's Gemini, for one, and Aries is fire. And it's saying, yeah, and air fuels fire, right? Air fuels fire, so there's definitely been some hurt here with the Chiron card, hurt and heal. That's why I say, if you could take it lightly, try to do so, because I think his next actions towards you are likely to be a lot more fulfilling if you're taking them more lightly and trying to just learn from the experience and just trying to enjoy the experience and not think about anything too personal or like long term, or like think about anything like away from that moment there, like just enjoy that moment there and then have a good time with that, and you'll go away from it a lot happier than if you are just focused so much on like, well, what does this mean and what's the future hold, like don't try to push things like that when you're just having an enjoyable time. A combination of tension and flow, potential and rewarding situation. See? That's kind of exactly what I mean, like, if you can just try to enjoy it and not make it so serious or having to mean anything necessarily, then it will be, there's potential in a rewarding situation. Tension and flow, combination of tension and flow. And also, Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. So like I said, in the beginning with Gemini, it's like you guys might have had some conversations that were very intellectual, or a lot about a lot of, a little about a lot of things, like a lot of different important subjects. And there's passion for learning. And this air too, that's Aquarius. So there's a lot to learn in this connection, I feel like. So the next time that he approaches you, it could be a bold move, it could be a passionate, exciting adventure that he invites you on or something. And I would just go with it and be open-minded and stay objective instead of like making things very personal or making things like subjective, like just trust, patience, and sensuality, Taurus. So there could be a bit of, a romance going on here, but sensuality doesn't necessarily mean love, and it doesn't necessarily mean relationship. So it's kind of like Taurus is able to enjoy the pleasurable side of life. They indulge, Taurus indulges in their, in pleasure, so it's because it's Venus, and Venus rules, Taurus and Libra. But Taurus is known for liking the finer things in life, enjoying the finer things and enjoying their little pleasurable things and their material goods, and things like that. They can really enjoy stuff like that. And so I think sensuality here is like there's things that will be feeling good, but it's not necessarily going to be something that is a relationship. But you can go ahead and enjoy those things. And like I said, try to enjoy the moment, try to enjoy just the time that you have together and try to learn things from each other. Because I feel like your guys' mental energy is like definitely there. And it could be like more of a friendship type thing or more of like a thing where you guys kind of vibe off of each other and learn off of each other. Who knows what you'll learn, but there's a lot to know. There's a lot to learn. And you guys kind of are on the same page with, I think he's more fire and you're more air though. Like he seems to be the one who is making the bold moves and being kind of passionate and, but the fire burns out, after a while, but the air fuels it. So your guys' intellects will be, you know, the thing keeping it strong or keeping it going. And being objective would be important because then there's no water here. There's no like feeling. It's just mental. It's just fun, you know, it's just light. It's not very deep. But there's a lot to learn from each other. And I think the next move would be something bold and adventurous that you should just kind of try to take it for a ride and see what you get out of it, you know? Instead of expecting something, a specific outcome, or expecting a certain outcome from it, or to gain certain things from it. Like, don't have many expectations. Not that you'd have to, like, lower your expectations, but just don't expect anything from it in general, you know? Just have a good time. And learn from it. Learn how to have a good time. Yeah. Go with the flow for sure. Somebody else donated, I think. Oh wow, that was a while ago. Ash. Okay. Ash. Where is Ash? Oh, I see. Ash, thank you. Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and post your question whenever you're ready, and I will get that started for you. Thank you, Jaded Kate and Ash. Yes, welcome new people, yes. Make sure you guys turn on notifications, because then next time that I go live, you can get a free reading. If you click into the live when it notifies you and type into the chat like you're doing right now. And if you're one of the first 3 people, then you will get a free reading, okay? That's going to be every single time I go live, so it's not going to change anytime soon. So if you guys want to get a free reading next time, make sure you turn on notifications, okay? And then type or click into the chat when it notifies you, and just type something, anything in the chat, to save your seat. What do you guys think of these cards? Do you like them? I like them a lot. What do you guys think? I think they work really well for the readings too. It's different, but what do you guys think? Will restarting my YouTube channel become successful enough for me to quit teaching and pursue what makes me happy? Oh, you do? Nice. Okay. Ash wants to know if she should start her YouTube channel again, and if it will be successful enough to have her quit her day job so she can pursue what she really loves to do, which is tarot. automatically I feel like, yes, you should open it back up, even if that's not saying necessarily that you'll be able to quit your job as of right now that we can see anything about that, but whenever somebody says that, I feel like you always should, especially because what you're saying is that it's something you love to do. Why wouldn't you open up your channel again, you know? Maybe that wasn't the question. Maybe you're saying, no, I'm going to open it again. I just want to know if it will be, like, super successful this time. So let's see about success or any kind of accomplishments, any kind of reward there. What are we seeing if she opens it back up? She opens her tarot channel back up. What do we see this happening to her career and the success of this channel if she opens it back up? The moon and Pluto. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. That's awesome. Because it's saying do what you love. You said it's what you love to do, right? Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. Pluto, transform. Okay, so there could be some aspect of the channel that you should do differently, or there could be something that you're just a different person now and you're going to be bringing forth something different that you didn't have before. And let's see what that's going to do here for the channel's success, if we can see anything like that right now. Anything we need to know about the success of the channel, does you know, if she follows this advice. What does the success of the channel look like from right now? She opens it up again and she learns how to meet her emotional needs, satisfy her emotional needs, and nurture herself and others through her tarot, through her channel, doing what she loves, and transforming. House 3, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. Early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. Communication. House 3. Okay. Could have something to do with, like, children or being more, you know, like, the inner child, I'm thinking, because it's saying early learning, and, you know, a lot of times there's childhood things that happen that people need to heal their inner child, you know? Maybe you can help with something like that. I feel like I keep kind of feeling like with that, when I see that card, it's kind of like something needs to be like getting in touch with the child side, the, you know, the childlike side of people. Getting in touch with maybe the inner child of people or something. Like meeting their child self, or meeting, you know, the childlike side. Like the 5th house would be, but that's the 3rd house though, but, and maybe through that you're learning, early learning, so you're having to connect with their earlier memories, their earlier side. Neptune, dream and transcend. There's a lot of like energy of like things are going to be very different than they were before. Like things are going to be a lot more connected and a lot more, like a lot different, just a lot, maybe growth or evolving, you know, like there was something that's changed here. Physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. There it is. House 2. Physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. So not only will it make you feel better about yourself, but it also provides that security you were asking about. You start to see the importance in certain material items. So maybe one of the things you should change is, you know, I don't know what your situation was before, or if you put a lot of, you know, effort into like the material, like buying certain things for the channel to make it look better, or to make, you know, different decks, or got creative in that way. Maybe it just means it's going to provide you with the ability to buy things because of how successful it is. And so then you're going to be seeing the importance of different material items in regards to that. Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, and freedom. So you'll have a lot of freedom here to kind of go crazy and experiment and do different things that you want to do. Like whatever it is that you feel best doing and your instinct tells you is a good idea, just go for it. Aries, independence, bravery, and passion. So it might take a little bit of balls here sometimes to put forth some of the ideas you have, but you should definitely go for it. I feel like, you know, with Sagittarius there too, you're going to expand on anything that you do, and it's going, you know, that's Jupiter, but that's what rules Sagittarius. And so Sagittarius, it's freedom, but it's like expansion, you know, it's optimism, it's like things are good, exploration, like try new things, explore what works, what doesn't, you know, like I said, transform, do something different than you did last time, and keep doing different things, you know, just keep trying different things, keep trying to change. I even feel like saying that, you know, the whole tarot community, you could bring forth certain ideas that will transform the whole tarot community. Like you could be like, you know, a legend in some way or something that's going to bring forth a new idea, a new way of doing tarot, or a new way of, you know, connecting with people in some way. Dream and transcend. Early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. House 8. What did I just say? Transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. Did I not just say legacy in some way? There it is. I think it's a good idea, for sure. Chiron, hurt and heal. That's probably pertaining to, I mean, your own hurt as well as others, but mostly others. You know, you're doing tarot, you're going to be coming across people who are going through a lot, and you're going to be able to reach them, and they're going to be grateful for it, you know? That's kind of how it is. Like, you can't really control that. That's what it is when people come to you for personal things. And so hurt and heal, though. When I feel like when I see that, it's not only hurt and heal of yourself and not only hurt and heal of others, but it's also, you know, not only healing but learning. It's like when you talk to people and you kind of like are there for them and you give them that clarity and that guidance, and they're very grateful for it, or they're, you know, they express, you know, happiness or release and relief, and it just makes you learn a lot about people and how they are and the things they go through, and it really you learn a lot, you know, and you kind of heal in such a way sometimes because you see people and how they are and what they're going through, and it just kind of like helps you to heal sometimes. At least it does for me. Like it helps me to feel more connected to people and humanity, and like not so alone in certain things, you know. So I feel like that goes in so many ways. Hurt and heal right there, it goes in so many different ways that could be seen in this work, and I feel like for sure you should definitely go for it, you know, and try it out, because you can't lose, you know. Do something different though. Make sure that you do something different and you keep switching it up, because you could be this legacy here that, you know, does that new thing or that new way of whatever it is that you do differently. It could actually reach more people than just, you know, the people on your channel. It could really have an impact on tarot and the tarot community in general, is what I'm feeling for that. So that's cool. Everybody like and subscribe to her page. Do you have a page right now? Or I mean a channel? I don't know why I thought I wonder if you should do something deeper than that. Have you ever considered that? Because with this, dream and transcend, unless we're talking about interior design, you know, like explore, expand, bravery. I feel like you're gonna have to, there's gonna be something that you reach a new depth with it. You reach a new height that no one's reached. You should consider tarot, honestly, because that's what I felt like for this. It feels like it's more, because hurt and heal is, I just feel like with the topics that you've said, you know, it's something deeper than that. You know what I mean? Like, how can you, you know, see if that would work for you? You're obviously here coming to tarot reading, so you're not, like, opposed to the idea, obviously, but I just think that you should try it, too. Have you ever considered trying it? I'm curious if you've ever considered trying tarot, and I think you should try. Yeah, I feel like more reaching people on a deeper level. Unless if it is, you know, maybe helping people to get their dream home or something, or helping people to feel very, like, healed because their home is, you know, there's a new vibe in it, or there's, like, you know, releasing of that energy, or there's some kind of, like, healing there. But it just seems so superficial, and not to be, like, against what you do, or talking shit or anything, but just it seems so superficial in regard, and, like, compared to what we're seeing in the cards. Like, it seems like it's something that you're actually touching people deeper than that, you know. But unless it is something very deep and you're able to do that through the topics you named, then it's just hard to see it that way. But I mean, anything, it could mean anything, really. So I don't want to discount that for sure. I mean, if that's what you really love to do, then do it, you know. I just feel like you're going to be reaching people on a deeper level. And so maybe their home is, you know, people's homes are important. It's not like they're not. It's just kind of a different, I didn't really think it was going to come out in that way, but I mean, of course it can. It can come out in any way, you know. It just depends on you, but I still do think there's a legacy there. There's something that's going to be, like, new, transforming. But I guess transforming transforming people's lives through their environment and, you know, their home, and something being changed. Yeah, I can see that. Michael. Oh, Quattro Equisman. Quattro. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but I did get your donation. Thank you. Um, Thank you. Go ahead and post your question, okay? If you haven't yet. Hi. What are Lana R's feelings toward me? She's a Virgo and I'm a Libra. Okay. Awesome. Okay. What are Lana R's feelings towards me? She's a Virgo and I'm a Libra. Okay. Thank you, by the way. Okay, so let's see this Virgo's feelings toward you. You're a Libra. Oops. You're a Virgo. Or she's a Virgo. You're a Libra. Lana R's feelings. Mercury, think, learn, network, and communicate. You guys could have met through work or communicating, exchanging ideas, learning, you know, intellectual subjects, mental energy there. You guys chatted it up with, you know, about certain topics that you agreed on, exchanging of ideas, learning about each other, different ideas, you know, learning a lot of different ideas and talking about them, like intellectual things, or just mental energy, like not really feelings, more mental, more thoughts and ideas rather than feelings. Okay. Tell me Lana R's feelings toward this Libra person, please. She's a Virgo and okay, what was it? Sorry, I have to get this right. I don't want to. Quattro Equismen is the Libra. Tell me about the feelings from Virgo to Libra, please. Yang, proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. So you guys are not only talking and discussing these ideas together, you're thinking like, you're discussing like how can we make a difference, or how, not make a difference necessarily, but just how can we do something about this, you know, how can we take action. So you're thinking, but you're also wanting to take action. You guys have ambition together, like you guys want to do something about stuff. So, and that's how she could be seeing you as well, as a smart person who, but isn't just smart and sitting around talking about it, but is smart and also ready to stand up and get some shit done. It's a respectable thing. You're not just talk, you're also walk, right? Is what that's kind of saying. So the person kind of probably looks up to you a little bit, or respects your way of being in that way. Jupiter, grow and expand. They see growth, they see you blossoming. I do think that it's a good friendship, if not romance. I mean, it seems like you guys really have, like they see big potential in you. Maybe in, you know, you guys, but let's see about anything about like love or romance or anything about the feelings. What do they feel for her? What does this Libra feel, or what does this Virgo feel for this Libra person, romantically or otherwise? Do we see any more deep a connection here? House 11, friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. So like I said, you guys are talking about issues, you're wanting to take action on issues. Remember how I said before, you're wanting to like bring change or like make a difference or make an impact, and this is what that would be talking about, because House 11 is more about you know, making an impact to change, like humanitarian, you know, to make a difference in a better way for the world, and you know, for what's right for everyone and for humans and for, you know, the earth, and just making things better. It's that utopia that the 11th house and Aquarius think about and they know is possible. So it's just making the world a better place, you know. And then there's that friendship there and group activities, like-minded people. So it could be you guys, you know, having these ideas together and being very involved with other people who have the same ideas. Persistence, patience, and practicality. So going about this in a strategic, not necessarily strategic, but I mean it says persistence, patience, and practicality. So a way that is practical and not just like without thinking. Obviously you guys have that down. House 5, passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity. This is a lot of fun. It really, this connection, it's you guys have a lot of fun, you know, and you guys can really do a lot with this. Like there's a lot of passion, a lot of drive, you know, I feel like. Yang, I mean, it's, you know, you guys want to take action and make a difference here. and you want to reach as many people as you can. Like, I feel like you guys are more of very proactive friends, very, like a good team, a great team. You know, I don't see much about romance. It seems like this is more focused on a goal or a shared project, you know? Fun, playfulness. So you guys have a great time together. But, I hate to say that, but it just seems to me like I just don't see anything really romantic here, but it seems like a stable, strong bond of friendship and, you know, shared beliefs and shared goals and wanting to make changes and wanting to do the right thing for people, or, you know, having the same kind of way of looking at life and the changes you want to see, the hopes and dreams that you do have for, you know, positive change. We work in the same place. Yes, welcome. So you guys should communicate more. It seems like you don't really know this side of them. And I think you should try to communicate more with them in, you know, deeper conversation about, like, your ideas and your beliefs. Because this could be this is like a power, I would say couple, but I don't see anything romantic necessarily, but it's like you guys can make waves in the world here, you know, with this, if you really wanted to. Trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow, like I just said. You guys are, like, you know, you have shared beliefs and shared goals, shared dreams that you want to, you know, accomplish, and things you want to do with the world that you may not even know about them yet, because obviously, you know, you haven't, well, I mean, I don't want to say obviously, but it seems like you haven't really known them that long or really communicated about these issues. And I feel like that would be a really great place to start your guys' connection. Water is spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. When you do open up and start talking to this person, if you haven't yet, I feel like it's going to be coming from a place of care, like, and compassion. Like, you guys maybe are going to open up to each other about something, even though it's mostly, the connection I feel like is more mostly mental and about, like, changing the lives for everyone, you know, others, not just you and this person. I still feel like when you guys connect at first, it will be something related to, you know, feeling for each other, or kind of being there for each other. Like, maybe something is said and you just happen to hear it and you're like, oh, I've experienced that too, and it's something really crazy or heavy, deep, you know, something very traumatic maybe. I mean, it's just something to where you guys kind of get each other on a different level, and that's probably where the bond is created more. Like, you just see that that's a caring person, okay, you know? Like, I think they're safe, at least, and then you see you guys have all these shared ideas and things you want to do, and you're both ambitious enough to do it. Hurt and heal. So yeah, this is kind of tying into, I think, the you know, harmony, or where did I just put that? The water, so the compassion, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. And then Chiron's hurt and heal. So that's the, you know, like I was saying, like, you guys might be able to connect on a level of, like, about things you have been through, or something, some event that happened, or some situation that one of you had gone through, and you just happened to, you know, open up about it. So your intuition should tell you the perfect time to go and, you know, make that communication start. I mean, I would just start as soon as possible, like today, tomorrow, or whenever you see them again. But, you know, open up if you can't about something compassionate. It will come up. There will be something that you guys connect on about, that you have been through, or there's something where being compassionate is required there, or would be necessary, I mean. But I think maybe you should start with, if it doesn't just happen on its own, you should start with the mental connection, the different ideas and beliefs you guys have and that you want to change in the world, or the things that you see wrong that you would want to make a change, or, you know, maybe some group you can invite them to. But first you'd have to know what their beliefs are, right? So I would say, like, open up about that and just kind of express your opinions and see if they agree. It might be something a little out of the box, you know, but you might be surprised to find out that they're kind of the same way in that regard. They feel the same and they have the same beliefs in that regard. Or at least they have the same thoughts about those things. similar thoughts, I should say. Communication is on and off. We only hung out once because she felt bad after I asked her out a few times and she's not available. Okay. So like I said, you guys, I feel like, can connect more on a level of, you know, shared beliefs. But really making an impact here. Like I said, very, like, strong ability to actually get shit done. Maybe it would be better if you guys weren't romantic just for that aspect of it. Like, you don't, you know, if you got that mixed in here, it might kind of muddy things up. This is probably as far as it goes. Like, you know, you guys can feel for each other, but it's like and for others, you know, in regards to, like, making a change and, you know, making an impact on the world, it's going to take some compassion. You know, you have to see that in the world, and you have to feel for people and want a change for them, you know, knowing that it's the right thing to do, knowing that it's what's needed. And this yang here, though, it's like proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. Like, there's going to be something that happens, or if you guys do connect in any way, if you choose to, you can really make shit happen here. Jupiter, to grow and expand. I mean, there's a lot of potential in this. Like, to make changes, especially when it comes to, like, groups and beliefs and causes and things that you guys want to do and believe in and want to be a part of. Like, you should really look into that. But as for romantic, I just don't see it, unfortunately. But I don't feel like you guys shouldn't try to still connect on some level, because you can really kind of make some waves here in the world. Is, you know, it's a very strong, powerful, like, ability to just go for it, you know? And not everyone has that, so that's kind of important, especially when it comes to certain issues. I like that. I like that reading a lot. Maybe you guys are the next cancer cure. No. I feel like, though, that there is some kind of thing that needs to happen. Like, not needs to, but I mean, would be beneficial. Like, needs to happen in regards to, like, if you guys connect and you guys share ideas and you're, you know, you guys will make something happen. You guys will do something big. If you so desire, you know. Of course, that's up to you. I think I'm going to switch decks, too. Because this one's a little bit, starting to use it too much. It's, like, brand new, and I don't want it to get old and beat up. See that yang on the bottom again? That's a lovely card. These cards are really pretty. This deck is called Heavenly Bodies. And it's like an astrology deck, obviously. But it's really cool. I like it a lot. I like the messages it has, you know. It's a little bit different, but it's deep, you know, and you can get a lot from these different things, these different ideas, messages, different, you know, sayings on the cards. It's like, it's different than tarot, but I feel like it kind of simplifies it. Like tarot, there's all kinds of different ideas and different things and different details that each card can bring to the situation, but in those cards, it's kind of like, here's the theme. And you can see how each, you know, some cards can kind of blend in with one another or add or, you know, kind of confuse or maybe negate some of the other ones. But it's pretty much like even themes that are being represented. So it's easy to kind of, you know, make the connection and see where it's like needs more healing, needs more work, or what needs to be there in general, or what it needs, you know. With tarot, I mean, it could be anything. Like, there's so many things thank you guys for liking this video. I do appreciate that. Thanks for everyone who donated as well. We are still taking donations. If you guys are interested in getting a reading, go ahead and check out the pinned message and also the description, please. If you'd like to do that and if you're interested, the information's there for you. So, okay. You as well, thank you. Yeah, and I'm glad to have you here. You're new, definitely. Nice to see you. Nice to have some new faces on here. Need to blow my nose, but I'm just gonna take a quick break as well, so stretch break. looks like it's gonna stay. Oops. Hi, Ashley. This is the Ethereal Visions Tarot, by the way, if you guys are interested in knowing what deck that is. Ethereal Visions. It's the one with the gold foil, too. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. Okay. So, for those of you who were here the other night, when I went live, I started to do the signs. I think I got to, it was Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. No, I didn't do Cancer yet. I just started Cancer. It was the Two of Wands and the High Priestess. It was the High Priestess and the Two of Wands is what came out for Cancer. So until, if we don't have, you know, I would say until we get another donation, but I don't know if there will be another one. So if there is, that's great. I'd be grateful. That'd be awesome. We'll do that. I'll help, you know, I'll do what I can to get you guys clarity. But until then, for now, I'm going to be doing this until I can't do it anymore. So I usually will go pretty in depth and we'll do a few signs here. So I'm going to start with Cancer again. It was the High Priestess and the Two of Wands. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to make sure all my cards are upright. And then we'll go and do the Cancer reading, okay? And it's actually what it is for anybody who is Cancer or has Cancer, the person that they're dealing with romantically, right? So the message should still be there. It won't reach everybody, of course, but if it doesn't, check your moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. But it won't reach everybody for the Cancer thing, but you know, if it doesn't, or if it's reversed, the main message will still be there. So I'm not going to say like who is doing what. It's really, you know, you will know better than I do, but the message in general, either way, is there. So don't apply it if it doesn't fit, but apply what does, okay? And how, whichever way it, you know, comes out, whichever way it is applied to you. Whether it be this person or you doing whatever the thing is, you'll know how it's supposed to be applied to your life, or if it isn't at all. So, all right. Let's do Cancer. So anyone dealing with a Cancer person, or if you are a Cancer yourself, your current love situation, or this person, this Cancer person, on your mind for cross watchers, or the person you're dealing with. I don't know what this deck is called, actually. I forget what it is. It's a common one. I don't know what it's considered to be called. Okay, so we have the High Priestess there for Cancer and the Two of Wands. Now that there's some kind of intuitive feeling about, somebody. Like, if you're a Cancer, then the person you're dealing with. But if you're, dealing with a Cancer, then it's like there's something intuitively, like you weren't told this, but you feel like it's the truth. You feel like you just know. And you are going to be taking action in regards to what you feel you know, even though you weren't told this directly. Like, that's what you're focused on, is like, even though you don't know, you still feel like it's important that you take action. You've been contemplating it for a long time, and it's just time to take action. I'm not telling you to take action. I'm saying this is the energy that's, that you're feeling. And if not, then do not apply it, please. You know your life better than I do, like I said. You know that. So, so let's see what else comes out here, where this goes. For people dealing with the Cancer. For people dealing with the Cancer person. Or if you're a Cancer. Okay. So, partially I feel like that you need to go your separate way, or you need, not your separate way, but just your own way, if you're dealing with a Cancer person, or if you are a Cancer, in your love situation, you feel like you need to go your own way and do your own thing. Like, you really need to exert yourself in such a way that makes a difference and makes it known. Like, not that you're going to be sitting around talking about it, just that you're going to do it. It's like you're just going to do it without notice, Because, and there's either going to be tension caused because of that, or there is tension caused, and maybe partially that tension has to do with the fact that you feel like you don't have this freedom that the Queen of Wands has. So it's your job now to, you feel like you just know that you need to do this, exert yourself, or something's going to happen, like you're going to lose your ability to be, doing what you want, or you'll be controlled or restricted in some way. Like, the Queen of Wands is not going to be restricted in any type of way. So you feel like you need to take action toward this in order to maybe avoid tension within yourself or the people around you, the person you're dealing with here. Yeah, and the outcome is happiness. 10 of Cups. I feel like obviously that's something that needs to take place if you're ever to reach that in this situation. You're going to be working very hard at something. It could be a new job. It could be a new apprenticeship or some kind of hobby. You could be making money doing it, and there's this like new project or idea that you have too. So I feel like you're doing this by yourself, though. You're either trying to avoid tension, or you are trying to relieve tension, that you feel, because you feel like you're going to be controlled or restricted. And so the Queen of Wands is here saying, no, I'm not. Actually, no, I'm not. Like, here I'll show you. Because she's not talking, she's just doing. So you feel like, boom, you need to take that action, get a little bit of distance from Cancer, or if you're a Cancer, then get a little distance from the person you're dealing with, because you feel like you need to, assert your freedom and your independence. You need to make it known. It's not known enough yet, and you need to make it known, is what you feel, and that could cause some tension, and that could also relieve tension on your part, within you. And it's not hard, because there's a lot of new things and new ideas that you haven't, that you want to try, and that you're trying, and that you're going for. You can make money doing something different that you haven't never tried, or something maybe you put on the shelf. Now it's time to take it back off the shelf and try it. And, beginning stages of a project here, it could be a young earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But ultimately, I do see happiness here with it. But there's fear as well. So let's see what that's about, because Ten of Cups is generally like a very good card to get. Like, maybe you have a fear of failure. What is the fear? That somebody's going to retaliate? I mean, this person's on guard. See, that Two of Wands comes out again. You fear taking action. So I guess you don't take action yet, or you just fear it and do it anyway. I mean, but here it's showing that you feel like something bad is going to happen because of this. So maybe this person, you're fearful that it's going to be a retaliation. You're fearful you're going to lose them, maybe. But it seems more like you're fearful that something is going to happen to you, like you're going to have to defend yourself in some way. Maybe that's what that tension is here. It's like it's going to cause more than one person, though. Tell me about this person that Cancer is dealing with, or if people are dealing with a Cancer. People, you guys, I am taking donations for personal readings. Check the description or the pinned message in the chat. And right now we're doing Cancer. If you have a personal question, of course, when you donate, let me know so that I can just get that going for you right away. But if you're just here to stay and chat and chill, then this is for if you're dealing with a Cancer person or if you are a Cancer. So let's see here. You're fearful to take action. Trying to exert your independence because you feel like you are going to be restricted or controlled or not have the ability to do what you want. And I think you're fearful probably that this person's going to not like that very much. Fear of abandonment a little bit. Because I think, like, why would you care if they get mad about it? That's someone you need to not be with. But then, of course, you probably don't want to lose them, is what it seems. So let's see what else here. What's the remedy to this for Cancer? Like, what do they need to know? Or people dealing with one? Is this Cancer person going to retaliate? Or what do we need to know about any risks? Or is this Nine of Wands a valid fear? Is it paranoia or is it a valid fear? Like, do they have anything to worry about, basically, within this connection here? If they go and do their own thing like they want to. Like they feel intuitively they need to. Oh, okay. So no. There's stability, there's completion, friendship, a lot of different options, disappointment, people dealing with a Cancer or Cancer yourself. You are going hot and cold back and forth. It's like right when you reach a peak, right when you reach a moment of success, then boom, it's not good enough. It's like there's something in the way. It's like, oh, but then what about this? And, you know, maybe you should ask yourself if you want to even be with this person, because it seems like there's always something. You're looking back on the past, not abnormal for Cancers. Not abnormal at all. Wanting to offer a new connection that's more stable. Or you're looking back on the past and you're thinking about how you offered, like this is the beginning stages of a connection or offering one. You know, like asking somebody out or for the first time, or it's, you know, the beginning, so, you know, offering affection for one of the first moments. And it's basically you thinking back to that moment and thinking that was a very secure thing. I mean, we had all our ducks in a row. Everything was lined up perfect. It seemed like the greatest connection. It seemed like it would work out. Like, what the fuck happened? You're going to try to fight for this new beginning here. It could be a pregnancy, too, with the Empress, so be careful, or congratulations, however you want to look at that. You care about the person, and I feel like you're going to fight for them. But there is hurt here. There's hurt, heartbreak. But I still feel like this isn't done because somebody wants to defend it, you know. But somebody also wants to defend. They want to push people away. Maybe they're trying to hide something here with the Seven of Swords. What is this Three of Swords here about and the Seven of Swords? What is the Seven of Wands? What is... Oh! Look at that. Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles. So somebody is... There is a... Oh! Knight of Wands. So somebody is not committing to this, and also resentful. It could be one person who's resentful about that because now their foundation is being fucked with. You know, now our stability is being fucked with because you don't want to commit to this. You want to just run away and do something fun and different, you know, and I'm supposed to just sit here and try to collect all the money and keep us, you know, held down. So there is a lot of clashing back and forth, like two very different personalities here. One person needs to get free and not feel restricted, like Sagittarius maybe or something. Or, and then the other person is like wanting to hold down the fort and lay everything out on the table. And the other person's like not trying to really, they're trying to beat around the bush or just kind of try to avoid being caught or having to be confronted, you know, about their feelings or about what they've been doing in the situation. So it is best probably for you to get some distance and assert yourself, because if this person isn't going to commit anyway, this stability can be easily shook. And so because of that, it might be best to just get your independence and get on your own 2 feet, because then you don't have to worry about this person and your stability. You just have to worry about your own stability in yourself, you know. This person doesn't seem committed or like very dependable anyway. So I mean, and there's that High Priestess again. You know, without being told, you know something. You know what you feel about the situation. You know you're not like crazy. You know that you're probably right. But with the High Priestess, it's even more so. It's like your intuition is strong now. Whatever you're not being told but you feel is true is probably the case. I mean, not crazy things, but who knows? Everyone's situation's different. Wheel of Fortune, so it'd be a good idea to listen to that intuition. It will lead you into a good place, I guess you could say. It will bring you fortune. Not literally money, but just something that is beneficial. What is that? Can we see what that is? A reunion. So, what do you know? You know something. You know something intuitively, and if you follow it, then you will be given a new beginning with this person, reunion. That's interesting. I'm curious to know what that would be. Wow. That's interesting. I'm sure it's different for everybody, but... Okay, let's go to Leo. I think we're done on Cancer, right? I think we're good with Cancer. I think that's pretty in-depth there. People dealing with the Cancer or Cancers themselves and their person they're dealing with. So now we're going to go to Leo. Let's use the ethereal visions for Leo because it's flashy. Ethereal visions. We want to know for Leo, people dealing with a Leo person, or people who are Leo or have a Leo rising, Sun, Moon, Venus. Check the other sign placements, your other sign placements. If this one isn't resonating, it's not going to get to everyone, so apply the messages that apply to you, whether they're the person you're dealing with or you. You know, the message is generally just there, so whichever way it applies and fits, make that happen. And if it doesn't fit at all, then just do not make it fit. Don't force it. You know, don't force anything that isn't working. Just don't. It's not for everyone. Couldn't possibly reach every single person in the world. Okay, so every single Leo or every single person dealing with the Leo. So what do we need to know about this connection with Leo or someone dealing with the Leo? Okay, so there is this energy of somebody who's stable and able to not only provide but nurture. So not only can I take care of myself, I can take care of you. Oh, Glipper, I haven't seen you in forever. Oh my goodness. It has been forever, hasn't it? Jesus. That's crazy. Okay, let's go to you really quick. Well, not really quick, but this is just for Leo. So yeah, definitely. Do you have a question that you want to ask? If so, please go ahead and post it, and I'll get started on that for you, okay? Thank you. Okay. Glipper. Shit, it's been so long. I know it's my fault, but it's not your fault. Will I be in a stable and loving relationship this year? Let's see about your love situation here. 2022. In the next days, weeks, months, and year of 2022. What do we see happening for Glipper here regarding love? What do we need to know about Glipper's love situation this year? Anything new coming up? Anything long term? What do we need to know? Eight of Swords. So, you feel stuck, or you think you're stuck, but you're not. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to invalidate what you feel, but it's swords, you know, so it's mental energy, it's thoughts. You think you're stuck, but really, with the Eight of Swords, what we see is, you know, her hands are tied, she's got a blindfold on. So she thinks she's stuck. I mean, it feels like she is, right? Realistically, I mean, that's what she seems to be. But her ankles aren't tied. And the swords in this card, they're just standing up around her, you know, they're not doing anything, they're not going to stop her from moving. So she thinks she's stuck, but she's keeping herself there with her own thoughts of being stuck. So I don't know if it's fears or, you know, what it is exactly that you're keeping yourself stuck with. I think you just think that you're stuck, and you really just need to. The thing with the Eight of Swords is, I always say that whenever you start to feel that stuck feeling, you think you're stuck in any situation, try to remind yourself, I can just walk away at any time. I can literally shut this down and walk away. I can just change my life and walk away. Like, I'm free to walk away at any time. I mean, it's not stuck. I'm not stuck here. I can walk away at any time. Like, literally just try to remind yourself of those words. I can walk away at any time. Because you can. You may not want to. It may be kind of uncomfortable. It may be kind of scary. It may not be convenient for you, or whatever the situation is. It might not feel like the best idea at the time, but you feel like that would be better. You know, it might be hard, but it's still something you're not stuck. But you think you are. So you need to tell yourself, I can walk away at any time. Okay, so this could be regarding like your single life, like maybe you feel stuck in a rut, like you can't meet the right person, or you feel like, you know, you're stuck with, well, yeah, I mean, you're single, so maybe you feel like you're stuck in the situation you're in and you can't be with anybody because of that, like not because of you can't find the right person, but because you aren't in the right position in your life, or you don't have a lot to offer, but for some reason you feel stuck, you know, like your hands are tied, like you have no choice, but you really do have a choice. You got to change your thoughts and start looking at things differently, for one. It's one-sided, so yeah, this is something where you're carrying a lot of weight on yourself, okay? You're carrying a lot of weight on yourself, and you're feeling like you're stuck. You're putting yourself through hell because of, you know, your own thoughts, your anxiety, your beliefs about yourself, your perspective on this is not, it doesn't need to be this heavy. You know, you're not going to get any relief by believing these things about yourself, and that you're not worthy enough of love, or whatever it is that you are telling yourself that's keeping you stuck. You know, you need to kind of try to look outside the box and change those thoughts, because those thoughts, what you believe is what you are, right? So you think you're stuck, and then look Eight of Swords is showing that. And it's something where you're taking on so much, like you're not even allowing the people around you to kind of like lift any of that relief, bring any of that relief. You don't have to do all the work yourself. Heartbreak. So you were heartbroken, and that's seemingly why this is happening. You're scared to really connect with the person even though you want to. I would say you're scared to. I would say you're still needing to heal, or you're still heartbroken over something in the recent past or far away past. It's something that's still affecting you. And I think that you're a bit fearful to even push the boundary and connect with the person, even though you know inside you want to. I think if it came down to it, you probably would be too afraid, and you might mess it up on purpose without consciously really realizing that, but pushing it away and not allowing it. Maybe you just seem unapproachable right now. You feel stuck, but really, I think it's kind of like it's self-imposed restriction. You are putting yourself there and probably keeping yourself there out of fear of being hurt again. It seems to me. Strength, beautiful. The Hermit, yeah. So self-reflection, we have Leo and we have Virgo here. Leo, Virgo. Okay, just letting you know that those are some of the signs coming out. But Scorpio, death. But first of all, with this, it's showing that you have a lot of strength. You've been through a lot, okay? And you need to start kind of trying to see where those strengths lie, leaning on some of those strengths if you can, okay? Because this is a sad situation, no offense, but it's not, you don't need to be stuck there. And it's scary to break out of this because heartbreak sucks, but you're not always going to be heartbroken by everybody that you come into contact with, so you need to give yourself a chance. Well, you need to do whatever you feel is best for yourself, first of all. Not what I say. Do what you feel is right. And don't do what you feel isn't. But it just seems like there's some fear here, and you don't know how strong you really are. You don't know that you have a lot more power than you think you do. And, big changes coming here. But I think first, the Hermit, it shows you need self-reflection, you need meditation, you need to spend time with yourself. You want a relationship, but you need to spend time with yourself first. So you can actually know what it is you want. Not just going with somebody else's idea of what, you guys should have. You should know what it is that you want. And if you feel like you do know, for some reason it's showing self-reflection is important here for big changes to happen, or a big drastic ending. A drastic ending or a change, or a drastic change or an ending, I'm sorry. So I feel like first you need to hone in on your strengths. That's the idea here, because you're still heartbroken over something. Or maybe it's not even a heartbreak. It could be a loss. It could be just a, pain in the heart, grief. It's pain in the heart. Like, it's not physical, like pain in the heart, but pain, hurt, in the heart. And you're carrying this heavy, heavy load, and you feel stuck because of that trauma, grief, something you feel you can't lift off your shoulders, but you're carrying it all, and you don't need to. You have a lot more strength than you realize, and you need to talk to yourself more, and get quiet with yourself. Like, stop asking people advice on what you should do. Like, what you need to do, but you need to slow down and listen to what you're saying to yourself on the inside, because you have all the answers you need. You have this strength here. You've been through a lot. You know better than anyone else what you need to do. But you just aren't slowing down enough to realize that, to hear yourself and realize. Okay. I'm not finished yet. So I'm not avoiding the question, by the way. This came out, so I'm letting you know what it's saying. But I feel like first too that it's probably important for you to do this before you can meet somebody, before you get into a relationship that would be like something to really consider, something that would be long term, or something that would even happen, because obviously this comes out first. There's a reason, and that's why I'm talking about it, because that's what's coming out. But so to me, I feel like before any relationship can happen, it's probably best that you do this work and you find your strength, because who knows, what could happen if you don't before you meet somebody. But I don't think that's the case. I think that you should probably do some healing first, or that's what it looks like here is going to happen. Like, So we're asking, is it this year? It seems like all these events, like there's a heavy burden you're carrying, and you need to kind of, it would be best for you to talk to yourself more and meditate if you need to, like sit with yourself in isolation. Not isolation, but like purposefully isolating yourself. Don't ask other people, listen to yourself and figure out, what am I doing? What do I want to do? Where am I going? What do I do next? Like, what is the plan? Like, talk to yourself and take, hermit mode it and find that strength there. And then changes can happen. Big changes. So what do these changes entail? What do these changes entail? And remember, there's a reason that certain cards come out before other ones, okay? It's not like you can get to this point without this, okay? So you have to do that work first. You can't just have the change, You gotta have you gotta do the work to have the change, to allow the change, to make the change. Because if you don't, then nothing changes, and how can, So what's the change here that comes? What's the benefit of her doing this? Work for herself. Wheel of Fortune. Well, that's awesome. Who knows what that means, but we know it's positive, right? We know it's good and beneficial. Okay. Knight of Swords. Oh, I'm sorry. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. So, opportunity for success. Opportunity for stability, security. And that's awesome that I kind of accidentally put it right here next to the broken heart, because, I mean, it is material success and security. It's not emotional. But still, that is a huge level of, security in general and safety is something, and stability is awesome for somebody who's hurting, that's kind of what they need, is a safe haven, a place that they feel stable and secure. So that's perfect. That's awesome. Remember, though, opportunities can be missed, because we are human beings and we have free will, and we don't have to just do everything that we have an opportunity to do. I mean, we should, but we don't. And so you can miss that opportunity if you don't take it. That's what I'm saying about that. It's like, it's not just a given. You got to do something. You got to do some work. But you'll have the opportunity to get, I think it'll be very beneficial in regards to, it'll be helpful in regards to the Three of Swords, because you have so much pain. And it's like, this opportunity comes, and Wheel of Fortune, it's something that's really beneficial to you. And obviously with the Pentacles there, could provide a lot of stability and security. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, fuck yeah, that's you right there. That's you right there. She's got her Pentacle. Oh, look, right next to Hermit too. Like I said, do time alone. She's got her Pentacle. She's alone in this card. And some people think, she looks kind of lonely. I agree, I think she looks kind of lonely. But she's got her shit together. She can take care of herself, and she knows that, She's satisfied with that. She's not lonely in a bad way. She might be a little bit lonely, but it's like, yeah, when you're busting your ass and grinding, yeah, you're gonna have, not a very active social life, because you're getting your shit done and you're just focused on that. But it's a good thing that she has this Pentacle. So it looks like you've achieved it. You can achieve it. So that's what you need to focus on this. Well, I mean, do what you want. Obviously, don't listen to me or the cards. Just do what you feel is best, and don't do what you feel is not best for yourself at all times. But with these cards, it looks like there's heartbreak that you need to heal by listening to your own self, not anybody else. You know the answers better than anyone else about yourself and what you need. You need to find out what you need to feel okay, to be okay. And then changes can happen here. And stability and security. And it looks like you're taking that Pentacle right there. You're the Queen of Pentacles. Like, you can really make it happen for yourself if you try, if you believe you can, if you go for it in this way, And it looks like here, too, that you're going to be leaving something, like distancing from something, traveling, maybe moving, vacationing. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. In this deck, it kind of looks like he's, like, escaping at the last moment, right? But in other decks, it looks like he is, or actually there's two women in the being led by a man across the water, and they're kind of reluctant. to leave, but they're still doing it. They know they need to. So for some reason you're leaving, maybe moving. Maybe you're moving from home, your hometown, and for the first time, but you have enough money and security to make that move. Or, I mean, you're leaving, you're making distance from something. With all of this security you have by yourself. So I really don't see you with anybody this year. I mean, as far as this reading goes, it could change, of course. You know, if something big changes, obviously, you know, get another reading about it and see what happens. But until then, you shouldn't ask the same question over and over. But I feel like I don't want to just tell you there's no hope for love this year. It's just that right now this is what seems to be the case, and it seems to be that, you know, there's other issues that are more important right now. So yeah, I mean, I think it's more important that you heal yourself, and then you can maybe see some love opportunities coming in. It's a big year for you, it seems like, if you're able to kind of focus on yourself instead of other people, you know? And then reunion. Maybe you're going to go and visit somebody you used to know or somebody you used to date. Try not to get hooked into things that are toxic for you if you know that they're toxic for you. Don't fuck up all the security that you just created for yourself. Don't let it be this person either that did that created that kind of situation. Because remember that situation? The one you're in now? You're feeling stuck there? And it's just you here, too. It's not like you're allowing anybody to pick up the burden. Like, even this person or this situation that happened that you feel this, you know, in regards to, or, you know, as a result of, it's like you're not even allowing anyone to, like, pick up any of the weight. Like, you're just, like, taking it all, and it's just not a good situation. You don't need to do that. You don't need to put yourself through all of that. But you're doing it. So the thing is, you know, don't go back to that person. You know? Don't go back to that situation, whatever it was. Don't go back to those old ways, whatever put you there, you know? Whatever it was caused by, or, you know, learn from your mistakes and move forward. Like, don't make distance from things that are not good for you. Move forward. If that's what that reunion's talking about, is with that person. I wouldn't suggest it, but obviously you're going to do what you're going to do, and I hope that you will do whatever you feel is best. Okay? And not what you feel is not best. You know? Oh, shoot. Dang. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, thank you, Jaded Kate. Thanks, Clipper. I'm sorry that it wasn't like a yes, but okay. Okay. I think I just got another one too. Right now. No, it was like 5 minutes ago. Okay, I have or Glipper, Farah, or Farah, right? Yeah. And Jamie Lee. Okay. What the hell is that? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Farah. Or wait, yeah, Farah, okay. Is Yaz intentions genuine toward me for a relationship, or is he just wasting my time? And then, oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Okay. So, okay, Yaz intentions toward me for genuine relationship. Okay. And then, just make sure that you have your questions ready, JL, for when I'm ready for ya. So we can just get yours going too, okay? And thank you, you guys, by the way. I didn't say that yet. Thank you. Appreciate you guys' participation, for being here, for donating, of course, but also just for being here and liking the video. Appreciate that. Your support in general. So, alright, so Yaz, this person, are they genuine in their feelings for you? Okay. I'm gonna switch decks. I just dropped the whole deck. Okay, so, yeah, I'm gonna switch decks really quick. I just don't feel this one for this one. Let's use the big favorite. Okay. What are y'all's intention? Are they genuine for relationship with? Farah. Yaz, is he genuine to be with Farah? Does he genuinely want to be with Farah? What are his intentions? Are they genuine that he's telling her he wants to be in a relationship? Are his feelings genuine for Farah? Are Yaz's intentions for a relationship with Farah genuine? energy of Yaz, first of all. Tell me about the energy of Yaz. What do we need to know? K is trying to fill a void, first of all. See the 8 cups filled to the brim, and then or not filled to the brim, that's the 9 of cups, but we see these 8 cups here, and then we see 1 space missing right there. See that space missing? That, you know, since cups are emotional, and this person's going off on their own into the mountains to find whatever is missing inside of them. So this person, when asking about their intentions and if they're genuine towards you for a relationship, I said, what do we need to know? Give me the energy of Yaz, and what do we need to know about him? Just tell me what we need to know. Okay, he's trying to fill a void, first of all. Not to say anything about you, like that means you're not worth anything, or that you're only worth filling his void. It's just that he may not even realize that that's, you know, he's filling a void, or that he's feeling lonely, or whatever it is that he feels is missing. Is he the type of, I mean, you don't have to tell me, but you can ask yourself if he's the type of person that always has a relationship, like on to the next one, on to the next one. I mean, just is never really single or alone. Always pursuing somebody else to, you know, fill that void. But we do see them taking action toward you, yeah, and asking you out, or, you know, trying to start some kind of relationship, or show affection. It could just be, but it's the beginning stages. It's like, yeah, they're trying to offer something to you. The early stages of that is what we see here, but you know, them taking action. And it could even be you making a deliberate decision, or it's them making the deliberate decision to approach you, but somebody's making a deliberate decision here. And it could be both, like, you know, you have a decision to make, but he's also making that decision to come towards you. So let's see what this is going to show. What else do we need to know about his energy? Is it genuine for this relationship with her? What does she need to know? What does she need to know? Damn. So, lately the 2 of Cups has been coming out, and it's been kind of a thing that, like, so with the 2 of Cups, it's like, yeah, at first, and I'm not saying it can't be forever or whatever, I mean, I don't know, that's your situation, but with this, like, I want to say, like, oh, great match, perfect, yeah, genuine, yes, because 2 of Cups, you guys see, you know, you're on the same page right now, and he sees that, and he feels that, and you guys are, like, connected in that way where it's like, I mean, what can go wrong? It's like you feel very, like, you're on the same, you're riding the same wave, you're going towards the same things, you want the same things, and you're in the same place, you're on the same page, right? But sometimes that changes, you know, and I'm not trying to make it negative, I'm just saying that right now, that is what it looks like to be the case, you know? So, as of right now, it seems that it's genuine, you know, it seems that he believes that you are the person that he connects with best, and that's why he's doing this. But what's the 10 of Wands there for? Okay, there could be a pregnancy, just saying, because Empress. The Empress can mean pregnancy, but sometimes, you know, it just means the birth of something. So, like a beginning venture, the beginning of something. It doesn't have to be pregnancy, but it very well could be. So just be careful, or congratulations, however you look at that. But it's showing that somebody is, you know, it's like one side. It's like somebody's carrying all the weight. Literally, the baby, no. But somebody's carrying all the weight, and the other person isn't putting as much effort out. Like, one person feels like they're carrying the weight of this relationship. See how quickly it went from 2 of Cups were on the same page to one person's carrying all the weight. That's just the thing, you know, it could change. So the Empress here, it could be literally carrying all the weight, but then we have the King of Cups, so it's like somebody who cares at a distance, like maybe they work a lot or something. So they care, but they can't be there. It's like caring at a distance. I care, but I still am not really able to be there for you in the way that the Queen of Cups would be very nurturing and able to be right there with you and like motherly nurturing, you know? And so it's a stuck feeling. You feel like your hands are tied, you have no choice. Or maybe this person that you're with feels like they have no choice. Their hands are tied. You know, like they just can't do anything to fix this, and they feel like a failure. I feel like, to answer your question, yes. I'm getting a little deeper than that, but I feel like to answer your question, yeah, it's, for now, it seems to be genuine. But, you know, of course there's deeper than that issue. Yeah, somebody's gonna, all right, so somebody feels like they have to make distance from the situation or leave, or you know, create distance, create space, reluctantly so. It's not like deuces, it's like, oh shit, but I still have to do it. Like, I don't really want to, but I have to. So it may not be a long-term thing. But then again, like with this, all these issues here, if it is pregnancy or something, like, I mean, it could be short-term, but I feel like it's longer-term because of that. And then we see the King of Cups. I don't think it's like a, I mean, the King of Cups is there. It seems like the person cares, but they just can't give you what you need to feel cared for. Like, they're not, for some reason, they don't have the ability to do that. And it's like they're giving up. They just feel like their hands are tied and they're stuck, and then they just feel like they can't offer that to you or something. Or maybe they're, you know, taking the easy way out. I don't know. It's just, they're not really trying too hard to, it seems. They just feel like there's nothing they could do to, you know, give you what you need, I guess, you know. And maybe it's him carrying all the weight, and he feels like this new job he gets or something. And he cares, but he just can't be there for you, and then he feels like he needs to walk away to let you have another chance with somebody who can give you what you need. I don't know. Just a little few scenarios that, you know, it could be related to, or something similar to that. Something along those lines, you know. Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Crazy. Um, Manifesting goddess from work, yeah. Crazy. How funny. So that's the first thing that came to mind, was like, maybe it's work, or he feels like he cares but just can't be there because work or something, you know. But I mean, as far as genuine goes, I feel like, yeah, you know, just circumstances get in the way, people's ability to, you know, be there sometimes. That's the curse of this world, of, you know, I've heard of like certain families, like, you know, falling apart because the person, like, they worked so much and they couldn't, you know, they didn't connect anymore, just to keep their family going. Like, it's kind of sad, you know. It's like, it sucks. So try to just think about how hard that must be. I don't know. I mean, it's your life. You can do whatever you want with it. But I'm just saying, like, it's not that the person doesn't, like, care, you know, always. Sometimes it's just the circumstances. Meeting Kay again. Will it be the right choice to express that I still have feelings for him? What are E's true intentions towards me? Is he genuine in trying to get to know me better? See, maybe it's you that's walking away then. Remember, somebody's creating distance. Farah, remember, somebody's creating distance and somebody's leaving something. Somebody's walking away and leaving something behind. Maybe it's you in that situation. Maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was you who feels like there's just nothing you could do. You know? So, if you feel like you should, I mean, it's up to you. You know, that's up to you. You're the one who has, like you said, you've tried a lot. So I mean, if you want to keep trying, and or if you don't, that is up to you. You know. So okay. So meeting Kay again. Will it be the right choice to express that I still have feelings for him? Okay. Let's see. Should you express? Excuse me. Will it be the right choice for manifesting goddess to express feelings for Kay when she sees him again? Of course. Thank you. she meets with Kate again, will it be the right choice to tell her feelings for him? Excuse me. Will it be the right choice to tell her that she still has feelings for him when she meets with him? The right choice regarding what? Like, in regards to what? Like, you know, the outcome has to be a certain thing for it to be the right choice? I mean, I don't know. Either way, like, that's kind of a hard question to ask, actually, now that I think of it, because, I mean, the right choice. Like, will he reciprocate, or will it work for you? Will it work in your favor? I can only assume. Is that what you mean? Will the outcome be what I desire? There you go. Okay. Gotcha. Will it be the right choice in regards to what she desires for the outcome to be? She tells Kay how she feels about him and still has feelings for him. When she meets with Kay and tells him she still has feelings for him, is that going to be the right choice? Will it be the right choice for her to tell Kay that she still has feelings for him? The right choice regarding what she desires to be the outcome. What is the outcome if she tells Kay? That's what we can see too. More likely than that. What do we see happening if she tells Kay how she feels about him still when she meets with him? She tells him how she still feels for him. What is the outcome? What do we see happening there? Okay. Judgment and the Four of Cups. So, use your better judgment here. It's not who do you have to ask tarot. No offense. I mean, I'm glad that you're here, but I'm just saying for your own sake, you know, it's not, use your better judgment, right? You could see a situation, how somebody's acting, how they've acted in the past, if they're being cold and distant, if they're seeming irritated, if they're connected to somebody else, you know? Like, you know, there's a certain time and place for things, and you can usually tell when it's a good time or a bad time. You know what I mean? So, like, use your better judgment for sure. But on them using their better judgment, it seems like they're going to be closing off. Like, they're not going to be available or approach, or, like, they're not going to be answering the phone. I mean, they're not going to be able to, or they're, you know, basically choosing not to be able to be available. And for now, that's the way it's supposed to be with the Libra card here, the Justice card. For now, it's fair. Right now, that's the way it's supposed to be. But that still feels to you stuck because they don't give you closure, most likely. I mean, that's what I feel with that. Like, they don't give you closure. They don't really say anything. They just stop talking to you, block you, stop talking to you, don't respond, and they just don't reach out. And you're kind of like, so what does that mean? Are they sick? Are they alive? Are they fucking, do they hate me? Like, why are they acting like that? Like, why can't they just tell me? You know, because it's like, but that's the way it's supposed to be right now. But you feel confused. You know, you feel stuck because you're not sure if they're saying, like, don't ever talk to me again, because they're not saying anything, you know, is what I feel with that. But, yeah, they're trying to avoid, they're trying to not have to confront it. Like, this one came out first, though, so they're just going to kind of take action impulsively, or maybe it's you taking action impulsively. Like, going about this and just making it, like, just asking and just saying how you feel and just kind of, like, seeing what happens. But I feel like more, that might be a last-ditch effort because you feel stuck here, you're not getting the closure you need, or you're not getting the answers at all, not even ones you don't want, just none, you know? So it's like nothing, and you just don't know, like, what to like, okay, this is what it's supposed to be, but what is this? Like, I don't even know what I'm healing from. I don't even know what it is between us. And so it's very hard to, like, get out of that. You feel stuck. And so at last-ditch effort, you might just, boom, try to do something, like, you know, that you don't really think about before you do it. Something kind of out of the ordinary for you, probably. Something impulsive. And I think that person tries to avoid it, you know, tries to kind of, like, sneak away. Or maybe if you do communicate, the words will be twisted, or it'll be kind of manipulated. It won't be direct, you know, it'll be like trying to beat around the bush, or just kind of trying to not have to confront the situation. You might just show up at their door. I mean, I don't know, it's just they're trying to kind of like tiptoe out of the situation and not have to confront it. So what is the Four of Pentacles here for? there could be like tension around money, valuables, somebody's home, foundation, or this could be stealing. Seven of Swords could be stealing. Wait, hang on. Somebody feels stuck. What's the Page of Wands here for? What's the Page of Wands here for? What's the Page of Wands here for? Queen of Pentacles. There could be an earth sign person. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There could be a younger fire sign person. Aries, Leo, Sag. And Libra we have here as well. Feel stuck. It's something about money or stability here. Somebody might steal some money or possessions or valuables in order to feel stable, but more so it seems like, because, you know, more so though, it seems like with the Queen of Pentacles, it's a stability that is your own. It's not like you're stealing. It's like it is yours. Like you earned it, you know, because you worked hard, and that's why she's alone, remember? So you're feeling stuck because of the lack of closure. And then there's this impulsive thing that goes down in regards to, you know, money or some kind of, could be somebody stealing from you or trying to get money out of you and just avoid talking about it, avoid getting it back to you. And it brings tension to the situation. It could be like a roommate, because it's bringing tension to your home base or to your ability to create your own foundation. I don't know what that means. That could mean a lot of different things, but you would know what it means better than I do applying it to your own life. But maybe you can piece it together for yourself. But to me, I don't really understand that. Does that make sense to you? Like, let me know, because I don't really know what it's getting at here. There's holes there for sure. And I forgot that we're only doing a quick one, but I just kind of got carried away. But so obviously it's not going to be what you desire, at least not right now. At least not at this point in time. I don't think you should do that yet, unless yeah, maybe. I mean, it could be. Yeah. If things are unclear with him, yeah. Maybe that's what it's saying too about this Seven of Wands, like, or Swords, that you're trying to kind of like take the easy route or get information that, like, you know, from some other source or something, when really you're kind of avoiding the inside. Like, if you would just be there for yourself and kind of talk to yourself about this, you don't need closure. You know how they say that, like, closure, it doesn't come from the person that you need it, that you think you need it from. It comes from within yourself. Maybe you're trying to avoid really facing the issue inside and the hurt inside by pointing it at him and saying, you know, he hurt me, he doesn't give me the closure I need, and it's his fault, I'm stuck. You know, it's like maybe you're avoiding really looking at, you know, the inside and healing and not needing him to, you know, feel that closure that you need to have. Maybe you're the one who's kind of trying to sneak away from that. You know what I mean? Because it sucks. So, what's the second question again? Let me see. What are E's true intentions towards me? Is he genuine and trying to get to know me better? Okay. And then Cat Television, or Televised, can you go ahead and post yours too, so that when I'm done with this one, I will be ready to take yours. Okay? Sorry about that. So, this off the board. Tell me about E. Tell me about E. Tell me about E. His intentions and getting to know her. You said... What are E's true intentions towards me? Is he genuine and trying to get to know me better? Versus just getting in your pants or something? What are E's intentions? Give me E's energy, please, in this situation. Can we get E's energy? Actually, I need to use a different deck because I feel this deck right now. I just saw it and thought, like, that's the one I should be flipping over. Okay. Who's E, and is E genuine and trying to get to know her better? Tell me about E's energy here. Tell me about E's energy. What do we need to know about E in regards to him trying to be genuine and get to know her better? Is he genuine about wanting to get to know her better? Manifesting goddess. We want to know what E's energy is generally in this situation. Two of Cups. Bam. Ace of Wands. Kind of similar to the last one. Two of Swords. Okay. What is E's energy here? The Star. So what is the Two of Swords here for then? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. The High Priestess. Okay. So first of all, I would say their energy, yeah, it seems genuine. It seems like they, right now at least, think that you guys are on the same page, connected. They want to be connected to you. They feel like you guys are going the same place in regards to where you want to be in a relationship and in life and all of that. You have the same, you connect very well. Like, he sees you on the same page. There's, you know, there's respect and there's, yeah, I would say it's genuine. But in the Ace of Wands shows, you know, he has the opportunity to come forth and take action towards you, and that'll be up to him if he decides to do that. The opportunity is there, though, to take action on that. Two of Cups energy, he feels. And then the Two of Swords is what I don't get yet. The Star, that's air, that's Aquarius. It could be, not necessarily is, but that's what that card means. But it also represents hope. So, I mean, and faith, like positive, you know, positivity, like optimism, like there's hope here, this can happen, like there's a good omen to the situation. But then there's the Nine of Pentacles. Somebody is nurturing and also able to take care of themselves, and you know what this means. The High Priestess. Whatever intuitively you're feeling, you should go with it at that time of dealing with the person. Like, if you feel like something ain't right, you know, there's something about somebody not being able to speak their voice. Somebody doesn't know the power that they have. Somebody feels inhibited, or like either they cannot speak, they're walking on eggshells maybe, perhaps, or they feel like they feel like either they can't speak or it doesn't matter. Like, when they do speak, it's not heard anyway. Like, it just isn't important to even speak because it won't make a difference anyway. So it's like the person feels like they don't have a voice, and like they have a lack of power in the situation, which is not good. And then the Star's there. Three of Pentacles. There could be a third party. I mean, because with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like somebody who is able to nurture others as well as provide for themselves. Like, they can provide for others and themselves, and they can also, like, nurture. Like, it's just the masculine and the feminine at once. It's like the all-around person able to take care of themselves and also give to others. You know, it's a very nurturing but also very independent energy. But I feel like that's one of you and not like the situation. The High Priestess and the Three of Pentacles. exchanging of ideas, collaboration. What is this Two of Swords here for? What is the Two of Swords here for? Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Swords. Okay, so it is one-sided like I thought. One person is like nurturing and giving and working, you know, like taking care of everything basically. And if it's a stuck feeling, it's a feeling of my hands are tied, there's nothing else I could do to change this. And somebody's working very, very hard to try to change it, and it's not changing. It's very like fate. It's very like karma, or like this is the way that it's supposed, or that, you know, it was supposed to be. Like it's, yeah, it's kind of hard to see that there would be anything you could do to change it, but that's not necessarily true. It's just, it seems like that's the way it would be regardless of what you do, you know? Like, and hey, that's the Two of Swords. Regardless of what you say, or think, or, you know, or know, it's not gonna matter. It's still gonna be this way, you know? I feel like that won't really, injustice comes out. I feel like that, I mean, to answer your question, I don't think he's not being sincere, but I just think maybe either he's a little overbearing, maybe controlling or something, or he just doesn't really, like, you don't feel heard, you don't feel like you can really stand up for yourself in this situation, like, you don't feel like you can really, like, assert your needs or boundaries or want. It's just kind of like, yeah, anyway, you know, like, yeah, no, I heard you, anyway, we're still gonna do what I fucking said, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you're not even saying anything at all, and they just think they're living in their own world, kind of thing. Like, you just don't feel like it matters no matter what you do, and it might not, you know. But in regards to your question, I don't think that they're not being genuine, and I don't really see them having a problem with this whole scenario. It's really just, you know, the person that feels stuck and like they don't have a voice. It could be them. Maybe you don't know, but I mean, I think I would say that it's them, really, that is the person who doesn't seem to be affected by this as much as you. Unless it's them who doesn't have a voice, you know, and it's vice versa. But yeah, it seems like they're genuine. I mean, with the Two of Cups, they feel it right now. I don't think they're lying or anything, or being fake. I mean, it doesn't seem. It could be, yeah. Because of that work, someone's working really hard, but then it might turn into a thing where it's like, if you have the better job, then you are going to be working more, and then he's going to be not working as much, and just, if he's, you know, like you said, if he's, like, if he's, feels like you're better than him because of your work status is higher, he might, maybe not work as much, and then you'll have to be the one carrying all the weight, just out of resentment or whatever. I mean, I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there, like, if that is the case, then that could be what that is, of, like, you being the one to provide everything, and it's just, like, exhausting, and you feel like you can't change it, because maybe he does have some kind of, you know, he is pissed off about that or something, you know, and maybe he can't, really, like, that's his way of coping with it, is like, well, fine, if you're gonna be better at working, if you're gonna have the higher job, then you better just fucking take care of everything, you know, which is, men can do that sometimes, like, but it's just not, that could be what it is, but, I mean, I don't know. That's the scenario. It didn't say that that's, you know, what's happening, but when you said that, it was kind of like, yeah, I could see what you mean. No worries. Thank you. So Cat Televised, what is my next booking going to be? What is my next booking going to be? So can we see what it's related to? Something that you obviously are very passionate about, the Ace of Cups. It's something that's emotionally fulfilling or emotionally brings you joy. Maybe it has a lot of emotion behind it. Like, you have to be very emotional, or you have to express a lot of, maybe it's an inspirational thing, you know. And then we have the Nine of Cups. It's okay, so the thing is, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you got to be careful here, because the thing is, you're talking about your stability here, and you're trying to build a foundation for yourself. Don't spend your money, like, on dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, but the Four of Pentacles is saying, like, hang on to your money, and also, save up, build for your foundation, think seriously about it. Like, it seems to me that this is an overflowing cup of water, so it's like, basically, there's a lot of abundance. You know, there's a lot of, sorry, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of potential for you to be, you know, having a really, like, abundant situation. Like, it could work really well for you. You could have a lot of fun doing it. It could feel really great. Like, your emotions are heightened. It feels great. It brings a lot of emotional satisfaction, inspiration, and all of that. But, you know, it's an opportunity. But with the Nine of Cups here, it's kind of showing that there's greed. You know, it's like, even though you have this Ace of Cups, you still want more and more and more, and it's never enough. And that's the thing that could be your downfall. And that's why I think the Four of Pentacles came out after, because it's like, remember what you're doing this for. You know, like, this is not just about what you want. It's about what you need, and about how to keep yourself stable. And you can't overdo it, because you might burn it out. You know, like, you might just fuck it all up. Just don't be greedy. Don't ask. Don't like, be satisfied with what you have, and understand your place. You know, that you don't deserve more than everybody else. No offense, I'm not trying to put you down or talk shit. I'm just saying that Nine of Cups, it's like right after the Ace of Cups. It's like, what else do you want? You know. And then the Four of Pentacles, like, it's fucking, it could fuck with your stability, you know, and your foundation. So you need to start thinking seriously about whatever it is that you're feeling like you just can't get enough of. It's like, that's not really, like, yes, you can, and you are getting plenty of it, and you should just be happy with it, or grateful, or however you want to look at it. Don't overdo it, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to overdo it. And then here, I want a steady stream of bookings. Might I go for my dream, or just procrastinate? Well, definitely don't procrastinate. You know what I mean? But the Empress right here shows, you know, it can mean pregnancy, but I feel like for this situation, obviously, it's a new beginning. It can bring you places. So there's an opportunity here, and it can bring you places. You know, be careful what you wish for, too. The Genie. I remember in other decks, the Nine of Cups, it's not only greed and wanting more, but it's be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And then, okay. Because be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Because if you get it, you're going to see that there's pros and cons to everything. And the cons might outweigh the pros. You know what I mean? Like, the pros might just not be worth it. You know, like, you might kind of not want to have it anymore. Right when you have it, you're like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Three of Swords. Why is there a heartbreak? Why is there a loss? Knight of Wands. You're not committed to it. It says you're not committed to it, or something isn't committed to it, to where you get shit out of luck because of that. Like, there's somebody who's very passionate about something at first, and then they're like I said, right when they get it, they you know, grass is greener, right? They just want more. They just want better. They just want, like, to consume more and go further, and it's like they can't ever be satisfied with what they have. And with the Knight of Wands, it's a person who is very passionate at first and happy to be there, happy to, you know, connect, and very passionate and about this. Like, I'm about what I'm doing right now. But then the next day, like, right when they achieve it, right when they get it, right when they reach that goal, they're just, like, done with it. They're over it. They're bored. They want to go on to something else, and something new, and something exciting again. Because now, like, that they have achieved something, it's just not exciting anymore, and it's not enough. And it's just, I'm over it. So it could be a lack of commitment on your part for some reason, you know, some kind of, like, you really need to just focus on what you do have and making something of it there instead of looking for more, better, bigger. Like, just be happy with what you have there because you have something there. You have a lot there that you can work with still. And maybe you're not there long enough to realize that it can be, expanded upon within whatever, you're doing, instead of having to go and reach for more or different. Seven of Swords, trying to take the easy way out, trying to maybe sneak around something, steal, maybe trying to, not be completely 100% honest. The Moon. So Pisces energy, but also feeling lost, confused, not sure what's going to happen next. Kind of like there's no hope maybe, but there is. It just feels that way for a second, like lack of clarity, Two of Swords. Yeah, you can't speak your voice. I feel like this isn't you necessarily, the Knight of Wands. Because if you can't speak your voice, it could be because somebody else backed out or didn't commit to it. It fucked you over and you couldn't really say anything because they're in charge and they can just ruin your career altogether, or they could just ruin your reputation or something, or you can't say what you need to say because you don't have, or you can say what you need to say but it doesn't hold any weight anyway, that's what you think and feel about that. And then the Hanged Man shows that at that time you're just going to sit back and not do anything. You're going to observe, learn all the information that you can about that situation, and then decide from there. But for a second you're going to be sitting there observing and trying to learn about it and be enlightened and understand what's happening around you, rather than just doing something else, like just acting, without thinking. Like, you're going to be thinking and you're going to be observing and you're not going to be taking action so that you can know the best decision. You're like, I know that there's other people that do this, and I know I'm not the only person who is having trouble at this, so what are other people doing that they're succeeding? Like, how can I be like them, Temperance, Sagittarius, but also finding that balance again and offering it to others and trying to just create a harmonious situation. Maybe it's through you watching other people that you can really kind of realize what it is that you need to do, and it involves being compassionate towards others and trying to offer that same harmony throughout the people that you are surrounded by, instead of just focusing on you and what you can get out of things. But here it's like somebody's not committed. There's a need to be completely straightforward and honest with yourself and others. Direct, not emotional. Be impersonal. Be cold, distant. I mean, you don't have to be emotional. We're talking about facts. What are the facts? And that's what's important in this situation. You need to be honest with yourself instead of beating around the bush. And the Seven of Swords, taking the easy way out. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Take responsibility. There's something that you're not being honest with yourself about. And I feel like it obviously has to do with this emotional, like wanting more than you deserve yet, or than you can really take on, or than you can really stay committed to. Is it you who can't stay committed to something for long enough? This is all over the place, isn't it? But something you're passionate about, to answer your question, something you're passionate about, and something that requires a lot of emotion, or causes, brings up a lot of emotion within you. But I just feel like you're not committed to it, or you're just always wanting something more, different, new. You get bored of it easily, and you might it would be a better idea to stick with whatever it is you're doing. Try to build something from there. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the Ko-Fi thing, huh? But that's fine. I think I'm actually going to sign off of here, actually. If you donate now, that would be fine. But if you can't find it, then that's okay. Because I'm kind of at the end of my energy anyway. So maybe you should just wait. I mean, if you... Okay, let's just hang on a second. It could be that you just don't focus in the same area for long enough. Like, your mind is elsewhere trying to do better, more, like have more than you really need to have or that you deserve to have at the time. Like, you have to put in work or something first. Like, you don't just get, like, you can kind of just be, just work with what you're in at the time, you know, instead of just trying to move on to something else. Like, maybe you're missing something right there. Maybe there's something to that and you're just kind of skipping over it and trying to find something better. Or what's the next thing, you know? Like, don't rush things. Don't try to go so fast. Like, just be there, you know, present. Okay, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys being here and donating. Everyone who donated, thank you. It was lovely to be able to read for you. I hope we can do this again. I'll probably be on again tonight, so if you guys are here and available, let's do it. And if not, maybe I'll come back on at this time. It's kind of seems like a good hour. So thank you, you guys, and anyone who got like a negative-ish reading. I hate to have to say negative things, but if I see something negative, I'm not gonna just be like, it's positive, you know, like, but again, you know, if there's something you feel like you should do with your life, please go ahead and do it, and if there's something you feel like you shouldn't do with your life, please go ahead and do not do it, you know, we do have free will for a reason, so, you know, with that being said, have fun, you guys, and I will see you soon. Talk to you soon.